Hello, it is Throwback Thursday, July 1st, 2021. Steve Sipress here, and we are kicking off the second half of the year 2021 with a Throwback Thursday. Something came up with a client. Something always comes up with one of my clients where I want to help them out. And I said, I remember back in the days when I did my 3 years with Dan Sullivan, strategic coach. What a phenomenal program. That he had a training, a module on exactly this topic. I'm going to go dig it out and find it and make a copy and send it to you. And then I'm going to coach you through it. And it's going to have a tremendous effect, positive effect on your business. So I realized that with all my bookshelves here, I don't have the strategic coach binders out here, like a dozen binders full of all kinds of great stuff. It's 3 years. You make a 3-year commitment. First 3 years to minimum 3 years to be in the program, and I did my 3 years, and then I did not continue. Now others, when I think about it, exited after 1 year or 2 years. They didn't live up to their commitment. They didn't fulfill because it was an annual renewal of I don't know, it's about $20,000 a year, whatever it is now. I haven't kept up with it. This was from 2011 to 2014, but I made an agreement, 3 years. I stayed the 3 years, and I got a ton of great basic stuff. And as Dan says, I've spoken to him a whole bunch of times about it, that after the 3 years gets in a little more advanced stuff. But the basic stuff is 4 meetings a year for 3 years, 12 meetings. You get basically you get the foundational strategic coach stuff. Anyway, I did not have it out here. I realized it's in my garage with about 2/3 of my stuff is not out here, by the way, in all these bookshelves. I got 2/3 of my books, 2/3 of my binders, about half my rhinos, all in boxes and stuff in the garage. But I go fish it out when a client or friend asks me if I have something. And man, I found it. And I have been like a kid in a candy store. I mean, first of all, I don't know how I know I organized. I mean, you can pull out any one of these binders, and it's just filled with training after training, just fantastic stuff. I mean, I don't know, let's just pull out one by random. I mean, look at all this great stuff in here. I got all these things and going through these things and how to do this and I got the blanks and I got the filled out ones, got all the directions for all these exercises that help you take your business in a systematic way to massive growth. And so while I was looking through here for the one module I'm going to send to my client, I just couldn't find it. And do you ever have this? When you go through like old stuff to look for something, it's about 10 minutes to look for it, but then you get caught up in the old photos and the old stuff and I got all caught up. I'm like, man, wait a minute. This is timeless, evergreen stuff. It's as good now as it was a decade ago when I first went through it. I'm like, man, I got to do this exercise right now with a new opportunity I have, the opportunity filter. I got to do this thing here. I haven't done the 1-year planner in 7 years, the 1-year planner. I haven't done the quarterly this. I haven't done it. I got to get in. I got to dig into all this stuff, get into it. I am telling you, I'm like a kid in a candy store. And now I know how my clients feel. My clients tell me all the time that, man, something you taught me 6 years ago, I'm still using today, right? I went through that exercise that we did. I'm like, that exercise, we did that like 9 years ago. He's like, yeah, I still do it all the time. I'm like, wow, my clients are better than me, hopefully, and that's the idea. My clients are better than me, and they continue to benefit and use this stuff. Certainly, ads that I've created for clients have continued to run for decades. Every time I travel, I would go get they don't have much anymore, but in the hotel room, first thing I do is pull out the old yellow pages of whatever city I'm in. My beautiful wife, Michelle, would roll her eyes and go, there you go again with the yellow pages, but I'd open it up, no matter where I am in the country, and I'd see ads that I created for my clients years and years ago. They're still running them. So do you think that means they're not making money? They're still bringing in millions of bucks from them. I drive around town. Once in a while, I see a billboard with the ad that I created years and years ago. So in the same way, I am re-experiencing, re-engaging with the Dan Sullivan strategic coach stuff that I first went through a decade ago. I saw in here, there's a date on one of the things from 11, There was a date on another one from 14, so this one's from August 2014, and then I saw something else from somewhere in 11, so those are about the 3 years I did it. But man, stuff is timeless. I can't wait to dig into this. I hope you are also a lifetime learner. You know, I'm always saying a lifetime learner is a lifetime earner. So hopefully you have a library, and it's an active library. It's not just books there that you read them once and that's it. Those I gave away. I give away the books I read once, or the books that are 90% stuff I already know. It's, you know, whatever. But I keep the classics, the basics, and I go through them over and over and over. These binders from events I was at, I'll check out my notes over and over and over. I urge you, be an active student, and don't be like the, at least here in America, the American education system is based on, well, basically it's based on you forget everything you studied for like 3 days after you took the test. It's already gone out of your mind. But certainly, it's like, hey, I graduated, I'm never reading a book again. I saw some study years ago, like 90% of Americans don't read a single book completely their entire lives after they graduate school, whether it's high school or college. Like, not only am I reading new books all the time and new materials, but someone asked me, I just had a conversation with an ex-business partner yesterday, called me up about a new opportunity. I'll check it out, always do. And he said, hey, read any good, what are you reading now? What good books you reading? He knows I'm always reading. So I named a few. And then I also mentioned, man, and I found my treasure trove of strategic coach stuff, the Dan Sullivan stuff. Not only am I going to read it, but it's active. It's all exercises that are going to help my business. And then I'm constantly, which I always am, going to be thinking about which one's going to help which of my clients, coach them through it. I hope you are as excited about the second half of 2021 as I am. That'll do it for Throwback Thursday. Also hope you also are a lifetime learner, so you'll be a lifetime earner. And that'll do it for today. Thanks for being here live or watching on the replay. And I'll catch you back here tomorrow. On Foundation Friday, we'll have another in our multi-part series on the fantastic classic book by Dr. David J. Schwartz, The Magic, and I do mean magic, of thinking big. I will catch you then. Over and out. Bye-bye.